Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Steaks with Mates. I'm your host, Health Coach Joff, and today I'm going to be talking to myself, of course, because I've got no guests. I'm talking to you viewers directly. Now, the reason for this episode and why it's a little bit different is because I don't think I've properly explained or told people the reason why I created this podcast. What is my why behind all this? Now, superficially, you might look into it like this, and I certainly did until today. It's a podcast to share people's stories. It's to help people, through their own journey so that they can resonate with the speaker or, the message that's being put out there. But then I started to think more about this. What's so important about this message? What is the message anyway that this podcast is trying to achieve through, the raw conversations, the experiences, the emotions that people show on these interviews? Because that's what I felt. Honestly, I just want to say this up front. The amazing people who have taken their time to talk to me and to record these episodes, it's not easy. Some of these conversations are tough, and there are some bits and pieces that I haven't put out there, and I've edited out, of course, for privacy reasons. But I always say this to people that I've interviewed. I never thought that I'd do this in a million years, to chat to people who might be in the other side of the world or might live locally. But nevertheless, I never thought to be having these conversations. And so, as I was reflecting today, I realized that there is a key theme here. I didn't know what my why was. I started this because, I wanted to help people. Like I said, this was the superficial outline of what Steaks with Mates is about. But I reflected on myself about what I wanted to achieve. For over a decade, as a registered nurse, I've always taken pride in being an advocate for the people that I've looked after, the human beings that I've provided care for. That is, to me, the one fundamental that stands out in your nursing practice is being a patient or a person advocate. But when the shoe was on the other foot, when I started looking for advocacy, when I was stuck in a rut, I had all that. I had my family. I had friends. I had doctors, GPs, nurses, colleagues, personal trainers, all these people that had my back. They were trying to help me. Yet, for a very long time, I felt alone. I felt like I was a burden. I felt stuck. That I couldn't do anything about my health. I felt powerless. And I always thought that, having people advocate for you was supposed to help you, right? Which, don't get me wrong, everyone helped. It all helped. Having people advocating for you really did help. But it just wasn't enough. Until I started taking control and matters into my own hands. And so that's when it dawned to me. I talk about, or encouraging people to take control over their own health. And what that really means is being an advocate for yourself. That is the most important thing when it comes to improving your own health and well-being. That's when you can start to finally take control of your own narrative. When you decide, I'm going to advocate for myself. And guess what? I've seen it in myself. I've listened and I've heard it through other people's stories to the people that I've interviewed. It all started clicking to me. We all share the same thing. We advocate for our own health. And that's how we've taken control. So that is my why. That is the message that I want to get out there. These people, real people, have gone through their own struggles. Most of them have their own advocates in their life. They've got families, they've got friends, same that I did. And I'm pretty sure same for others out there as well. Yet, it wasn't until they started advocating for themselves that their health, their lives turned around. So, I want people to know you are not alone. If you're struggling with whatever it is in life, health, well-being, your social life, I don't know, you could have something going on right now. But if you watch one of these podcast episodes and you can connect in a way that empowers you to become an advocate for yourself, that is what I'm trying to achieve in this podcast. So thank you all for watching. Thank you for your support that you have provided in keeping this channel going. I have been so blessed to have got this platform to really do this. And I hope that this episode explains to you my why behind this podcast. Until then, guys, I'll see you in the next episode. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and follow the Steaks with Mates podcast on Instagram, where I post shorts and reels of the long formatted episodes. So yeah, see you then.